Please introduce yourselves, state your testifying on behalf of the floor is yours for 2 minutes. Open questions.
Good evening, my name is Lori Engel, and I am representing my preborn neighbors. I am also representing the maker of heaven and earth. Many of you on this committee probably do not acknowledge that you were created by a creator, or that your authority has been given to you by God, and that authority is to punish evil and reward good. It is a great wickedness to be sitting here debating personhood. 250 years ago, our forefathers debated the personhood of Black people, and it was determined by representatives such as yourselves that Black people were a lower form of life and therefore did not meet the standard of persons and had no rights, and as we know, slavery continued for another 100 years. About 100 years ago, world leaders, again, such as yourselves, determined that Jews were not persons and therefore had no rights and should be annihilated from the earth. Today you say preborn children are not persons. We know scientifically that life begins at conception when egg and sperm meet, new human DNA is formed. And if it does not begin at conception, when does personhood begin? Does it begin when we can feel pain? Surely not. For we know that in the state of Colorado, children in the womb experience pain, and yet you allow them to be torn limb from limb, scalded by poison, and have their brains vacuumed out up until the time of birth. Maybe personhood begins when we take our first breath. But now, once again, you have decided that if by some miracle a baby survives the process of being killed, it is not given the medical attention needed to save its life. Personhood cannot be determined by skin color, by ethnicity, or developmental stage. For we now recognize that Black people are persons and slavery was an abomination. We also recognize that Jews are persons and their attempted genocide was an abomination. Future generations will look at you and shake their heads in bewildered disgust, just as we look back at slave traders and Nazis, because they will recognize what you cannot. Preborn children are persons and child sacrifice is an abomination. Whether you believe in God or not, you will stand before him and you will have the blood of thousands of children on your hands. And you will be cast into outer darkness where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth for all eternity.
I'm going to need you to wrap
But
up
this
your
day, you
testimony.
can turn from your evil ways, you can repent, and you can choose life by voting yes on this bill. Thank you.